Good morning. Welcome back. This tractor's leaving. We're getting ready to get that out of here. Figured we better plug some other stuff in before we have to start it. Well, at least this semi-truck back here, it needs to come in the shop. I'll show you. So this semi-truck is it's just no longer needed at the farm here. This is kind of our fourth one now. So we're going to bring it in the shop. We got to clean it up a little bit. We got to get our name and stickers off the door here. And I think we got some tools and stuff. Not much. A little bit of stuff in the cab, but we're trying to get it to the shop. So we plugged it in. Probably let it sit here. Probably not long enough, but give it an hour maybe, and then it should start. Brock's going to go to see if he can get the 8RX started and out of the barn so we can take this tractor and put it in the barn in the back where the 8RX is. There should be room for both of them back there. Still waiting on my lights. We'll let that one set. Well, I was going to say let's go out and see if he got it started, but I hear it running, so we'll go back in and get the 9R. Oh, she does look pretty good from in here. These that spray-on coating, that Griot stuff there, green bottles. Sometimes when you spray it on, you think, man, that doesn't look that great. And then you let it set for a day, or even a couple hours, and you come back and you're like, oh, yeah, it does look really good. I'm pretty happy with that. For what that hood looked like when we started and all the tar that was on it and stuff, I'm pretty happy with that. Except for down there. It's really hard to get in there behind that battery box. Oh well. We need to figure out how to reset the service interval hours on here, because it keeps coming up telling me we're way past the service interval, but it's because it didn't get reset last year either. Here? No. Here. Here we go. 0. There we go. Now we'll stop yelling at me. Now, we're not the most organized back here, but it's alright. We're going to hit the battery disconnect. Everybody tells me, put battery disconnects on your equipment. They all have it. Most all of them have it. They go dead anyway. Mostly because I forget to hit the disconnects. Alright. Hey, hey, hey. Straighten her out there, bub. Alright. The anhydrous bar is wider than you think. Again, this is coming out next week, so yeah, we're good. This is dirty. Those actually aren't too bad a shape. I'm surprised. I'll have to compare to a new one. I put some high wear ones on a year ago, so they've got 1 year's use on them. Usually we replace them every year, but I found some that were supposed to be high wear that we might be able to run them 2 years. All right, Brock's gonna work on cleaning up the shop a little bit, just sweeping the floors, cleaning the benches off, so while we let that truck warm up. You guys see my new hat I got yesterday? Pretty nice. Brock's doing a good job. Killing time while we wait for our truck to warm up. Organizing our cans and shelves here. It's been over an hour here. Shall we see if it'll start? It's been sitting in here for every bit of a month, I think. Come on, baby. She's trying, but it's cold. I have to put our battery charger on. Batteries aren't even that old. Come on, baby. Might have to give her a little bit. It's trying, though. Yeah, we'll let her sit for a few minutes. Put it on high. Come on. Oh, it was so close. We might have to break out the ether. Take 3, spend another 10 minutes. And we threw a little ether at it. Still not gonna go. All right, Brock, we're gonna have to let this charge until after lunch.
What time is it?
Like 10:30.
I know what I'm doing.
You know what you're doing? I'm going to buy a wheel to take these off because I don't have one here, so. All right, well, we're going to leave that charge. We're going to run another cord from a different circuit, plug the block heater back in. An hour's not long enough to let that heat up. I'm perfectly aware of that, but it was worth a shot. So we'll let her charge for a while. I'm going to, like I said, I need to go get one of those rubber eraser wheel things to get those decals off the door. So I'm going to go do that, probably grab some lunch. I'll take Brock if he wants to go, but he's got our bench all cleaned off here. Our stuff up top, nice and clean and organized. And but he wants to tackle the oil room. You gonna do that? I'm gonna go get lunch and an eraser thing. You can come with me and still do that at some point, or you can stay here and work on that. It's your call. That's what I thought. I'll show you what we're gonna do here. This is what we call our oil room, mostly because, well, we used to get oil in 55-gallon drums and we kept them in here. Now we have bulk oil and we have this little thing here, which is super nice, but we keep the oil-related stuff, 5-gallon buckets. And we have this cabinet that we keep our, excess transmission fluid. I don't know why we have so much transmission fluid, but we do. We've got all our paint stuff down there. We've got, engine cleaner and filters and all the stuff. Brock wants to clean this cabinet out and organize it. We're going to let him. You got to open up every paint can and see if there's anything is good in them or not, because most of those are probably 20-ish plus years old and probably not any good anymore. We're back. Brock didn't get the oil room cleaned out.
I did not.
He had to go get lunch. He was whining that we didn't have any good hose end sprayers, so we bought him a couple more of those and got one of these eraser wheel rubber things that should work. It looks much smaller than the last one I bought, and these are very expensive, but they work. Let's see if our truck starts, Brock. The lights are bright. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Sure, she'll need a minute to build some air. Take this around, put it in the front of the shop. We could go through the door, but we're just gonna go around. Easier. This might be more difficult than I thought. We're stuck. We're on concrete and we're stuck. You can't make this stuff up. I got the header. Oh gosh, come on. Just move. I think we've got some frozen brakes. Oh! Yeah! See if we got big skid marks on the ground there. Yeah, sure do. A little burnout in the back of the shop. Get it in the warm, heated shop where everything will thaw. Still got a tire that's skidding and not turning. I don't want to flat spot it, but we're going through the icy ground into the shop around the building. It'll be fine. Well, that was fun. Yeah, this tire never did spin. We'll get it fixed. It just, I'm sure it's just frozen. It's thawed out. Okay. Stickers have to come off the door, Brock. Let's see what else we got to do. Phil washed it before we put it inside, so other than that, I don't think it's in too bad a shape. Might be some tools and stuff in here. Not too much. Not much at all, actually. We'll clean her out, figure out what we're going to sell it for. Sounds like we got an air leak that needs fixed, too. It's this push connect fitting right here. We can take it apart and put some Vaseline on there. I bet that fixes that. Alright, so Brock's cleaning in there. These stickers got to come off. The DOT number and the farm name number. Farm name. So we got this. This is just like a rubber eraser wheel. And we used one of these on the international truck we did a few years ago. It works really well. Doesn't damage the paint, but it takes the decals off. I know some people are going to tell me to use a scraper and a heat gun and all that, but this works pretty good. Relatively quick, nice and clean. It's just sort of expensive for these eraser wheels. I think one will do the whole truck. We'll find out, I guess. I mean, it works. It's pretty quick. Used up a little on that edge. I'm wondering, so this is kind of like 3 layers here, well, I guess 2 layers. I'm wondering if we had something to try and scrape that a little bit, or use the heat gun to scrape the top layer off. I just don't want to gouge into the paint, you know. I found a pretty good scraper. Got it nice and sharp. It scrapes that black and gray stuff off. Pretty good. Works better with 2 hands than it does with one, but gotta show you guys what I'm doing. It's making a mess. Almost got it. I mean, we got the, yeah, we might need some other kind of adhesive remover. I know, everybody's going to tell me to use WD-40. It might work for this. It definitely doesn't work for this. Trust me, I've tried it. Anyway, we're getting there. I don't know how long our wheel's going to last. I mean, we're about half done because I do have some on the other side, but we got to get this DOT number off yet. There, I got one side. Well, cleaning up to do, but at least the stickers are off. I don't know that our little eraser wheel is going to last to get this other side, though. I mean, we did part of it here already. Brock's scraping off that stuff, but it's a lot smaller than it was when we started. Works, though. Do you not know how to use that?
Can I clean another 5th wheel?
Yeah, I didn't show him that yet. Phil wanted the grease scraped off the 5th wheel and cleaned up, so Brock did that while I was working on the other side. Yeah, it's not much fun. So we got a little residue on here. We're going to try our gamut of different products to see what gets it off. Starting with good old WD-40. I'll even let her sit there for a while. Wipe up the drips. We'll see what else we can find when this one doesn't work. Is it long enough? It does get some. Well, it's not a total failure. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Let's see what else we got. It doesn't hurt to paint. I'll give it that, although there's a WD-40 film there now. How about foamy engine cleaner? Let's try that. So this was where we did the WD-40. I did not do these back here. It's foamy. Alright. With the foam sliding down, look at that. Not doing any better. I don't know if it's doing any worse, and it's getting the film off from the WD-40, but we still got some spots. Alright. See this nice gold flake we got in there? We painted this truck a while ago. I don't remember what year it was. I think there's a YouTube video about it. It's not the smoothest, but we used some gold pearl in the clear coat, one of the clear coats, and it shines. It's real pretty. All right, well, I cleaned stuff off. I used everything. I used everything on everything. I used the WD-40 on it, then I used the engine cleaner, and we used some bug and tar remover. We used a little ether. That kind of works. The spot where I started with WD-40 is the worst here. We gotta figure out something to get that adhesive off. I know maybe we need some like paint thinner or rubbing alcohol or something a little more potent. It's close. Well, at the very least, a paint thinner soaked rag gets the dirt off of the adhesive that's there, because it disappears. Whether that's actually getting it off or just getting the dirt off of it, I'm not sure. We'll find out in a minute. But it looks like it's working. Not too bad. The paint thinner seems to have worked. But we're going to get a rag and go over it and see if any dirt sticks. And then we'll know. Yeah, I don't know. See what happens here. Ooh, I don't feel anything. I think that worked. I expected it to stick in a couple of spots. Like that. And there's 2 spots there. This is chips in the paint. Ah, cool. All right, well, that was pretty good. So, let's talk about our truck here. This is a 2006 Freightliner Columbia. We've bought it in probably, I don't know, 2010-ish, 11, somewhere in that ballpark. It has a fair bit of miles. How many miles? For the most part, it's been a pretty good truck. Come on. Come on. Yes, I know you don't have any air. I drained the air because they had that leak and I was trying to fix it. There, nope, I'm getting there. Come on. 762,767 miles. So a little over 750,000 miles. She's pretty clean. Inside looks good. The seat is a little tore up. I'll give you that. The seat's got a little spot. But I don't know of any known issues with the truck. Phil might. He takes trucks more than I do. Does more with them. So steel rims in the back. They're not in great shape. I'm sure they've been painted at one point, but they're not. There's a little rust on them. Fronts are aluminum, but they look good. It's got a Detroit diesel in it. Series 60. Yeah. I think we've got her turned up over 500 horse. 505, 515, something like that. It's got a 10-speed manual transmission in it. Pretty good truck. It's been a pretty good truck. We had an EGR cooler go bad on it once about 5 years ago. We had to get that fixed. Other than that, we haven't had any real major problems that I'm aware of. And it's for sale. How much is it worth, Brock?
$25,000.
Thank you. $25,000. I'll make you a deal and sell it to you for $19,900. Come on, Brock. Marketing 101, dude. Jeez. We've got these quarter or half round fenders over all of it. The back ones are wore through in a couple of spots. That's what happens when you drop the air out of it and move it all, especially with a trailer hooked up. But yeah, anyway, if you're interested, which I know a couple of you have expressed interest in it, let me know. I will get a Facebook marketplace listing for this put out fairly soon, hopefully. Phil's gone today. It might not be till Monday when I get some data information from him that we need to fill out the listing. But yeah, I'm thinking we're going to ask $19,900 for it. 2006, it's pre-emissions, or at least pre-particulate filters and DEF and all of that stuff. Paint's in good shape. Tires are in pretty good shape, I think. And yeah, if you're interested, send me an email. Let me know. borderviewfarms@gmail.com. It's in the description down below. And we'll talk. I left for 5 minutes to go get some stuff. And Brock has burnt the paint off of my door.
You made the comment. There's lots of heat. I burnt myself.
I did burn myself. That's why I'm
And
making
it's
him
the
do it.
scraping you gotta watch out for. No, it's the heat you gotta watch out for.
Oh, gosh.
You paid it.
All right, well, here you go, Brock. All right, let's go over here. This paint's been sitting on the shelf since we painted this. Here's, let's see. Reducer. There it is. White base coat. Pearl mid coat. There's my gold pearl. And somewhere, we've got the clear coat. That might be in the cabinet. Oh, maybe it's back there. Right there. Clear coat. So 3-part paint, three steps, and you got to put 2 coats of clear on. And you got to do the whole door because you can't do just the spot. So it'll take you like a week.
I know.
But it's all right here, and it's all been sitting there for at least 10 years.
It's all good, right?
So I'm sure it's all in good shape. After we sell this truck, maybe this paint should all go in the truck with it. All right, well, we'll see what we got to do. It's all right. Get the decal off, clean it up, and we'll see what we're left to fight with. Should have just bought the second eraser wheel for $40. Problem was they only had one. I would have bought 2 if they had 2, but they only had 1. So once we used that one up, we thought, it's just the DOT number on one side. We can do this without that. And that's what happens. You scrape through the paint and cause more problems. All right, no big deal. We'll fix it. Well, the stickers are gone.
So some of the paint.
That, however, is a problem. We're going to have to chip off anything that's loose, get it back to some good stuff, and try and cover it up best we can. It's all right. We'll get it. I imagine those IFTA stickers need to come off, but we'll leave them for now. All right. It's better than it was. Well, we're in luck, Brock. The old primer here, that one was pretty hard. No good. But the base coat, super white base coat, nice. It's gonna work. We need a little teeny tiny bit. Do I need to put activator? Oh, that's the activator for that. That's no good. Do I need to put hardener in it? Probably. We probably do. Just for this little tiny spot, but it's all right. We're gonna fix it. This is exactly why we keep paint on the shelf for 9 years. I looked it up. It was 9 years ago that we had this truck in here that we painted it. And it's still good. It's still good. So we patched it up, got the base coat on, my little brush. It'll be fine. So you can't even see it anymore. But it's there. Now we got to get the mid coat out, the pearl. We got to get the pearl on. So I opened that jug up. Still looks good. Still looks good. Look at all that pearl in there. We got to get her mixed up good. I should have done, when we painted the truck, I should have put a second coat of this gold pearl on, because you can see it in there, but it's pretty subtle. And I had plenty. Ooh, look at that. It's beautiful. I had plenty. We should have done another coat of it, but I didn't want it to be gold. I just wanted it to shine gold in the sun. I probably would have picked the silver. Phil liked the gold. It was his deal, so he picked it. But it looks nice. Anyway, we'll get this and we'll brush it on. You're not supposed to brush any of these on. It is all supposed to be done with a spray gun. We're not mixing up enough for a spray gun for a size of a $50. So, whatever. And you got to give like 15 minutes between coats to let them flash off, so that's fine. And then we'll put a clear on it and we'll call it good enough, and you won't even be able to tell. At least you'll be able to tell a lot less than the big silver spot, right, Brock?
That's right.
That's right.
We should just want to find something to paint.
I should have, you know that wagon that I sprayed when we were doing the corn head for my kids' pedal tractor? I should put a gold pearl coat on top of that. That would have been really cool. Oh well. All right, well, it's not great here, but It's better than it was, and you guys can't see it very good in the video. You can see it when you get up close. We might have to sand it off and start over again tomorrow just to feather the edges a little bit better, but we'll see. It's right there. You can see it. You can see it. Anyway, it's better than it was. Good enough. Let me know if you're interested. For an extra $100, I'll make Brock polish the fuel tanks for you.
I'm sick.
All right, fine. $200. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching today. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, all those good things. Next week, we're going to get the 8R and the anhydrous applicator in the shop here. Hopefully get our truck sold, maybe. I don't know. Phil will be back Monday. We'll get all the details on that. Still waiting on lights for the tractor over there. Hopefully those come next week. I don't know. Anytime. Anyway, yeah, sounds like we might get some more seed in next week. I've got a couple of meetings or different things going on a couple of days, so that'll slow things down, but should have a good week. So have a great weekend, and we will see you Monday.